Hi guys. Hello. I'm gonna give it like a couple minutes for people to join. And we're just gonna look at blue polishes. That's it. I was gonna like pull out most of my blue polishes and I was like, just go live. So that's what I'm doing. And we're gonna just swatch them and talk about polish and answer your questions if you have any or whatever comes up. I have no plan. Now, one thing to keep in mind, I'm doing this by myself, so if anything is coming in the comments, I won't be able to see it, probably. Hi. So if you have any questions, just put it in the little question box down here, somewhere in there. There's like a little question. Kathy, I'm just gonna like show blue polishes. I don't know, I just pulled out like everything I have. I have a bunch of like different like slash indie slash what is it, boutique, and then I have OPIs, I have Essie, so whatever. So I just pulled out all my blue. I'm just gonna look at them. That's it. Nothing else. Oh, I'm very glad you liked it. Okay, so can you guys see me and hear me fine? Okay, I'm gonna assume that you are. Let me see what to start with first. I think I want to start with the small brands first, just to give them a chance. Okay, so the first color I want to show you is one by Jessie Monroe, and this one's called Slim Thick, and it's looking a little bit bright on camera, but it's kind of like I don't know, maybe like a summery navy. I have no idea. So anyways, I'm gonna just swatch it and show you guys. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in. Actually, I'm gonna do this one on my thumb because it has such a good formula and coverage that you'll see. Let me see, because I don't know what's going on. Like the camera, I always say this every time I go live, but the camera on IG Lives is so horrible. I swear. Anyways, I want to show you guys also the brush and everything for these brands that you might not know of. So this is the brush from Jessie Monroe. It's a very nice, thin on the sides, but like wide paddle brush. And let me show you guys the formula. Woo! Right? Isn't that amazing? This brand has such a good formula, you guys. Oh my god, it's underrated. Barely need a second coat. I actually wouldn't. Like I said, it's looking a little bit too bright on camera. It's more a tiny bit less bright in person. How about that blue, huh? Look, I just made a mess. What did I do? How did I do this? When I tell you guys that I'm clumsy, it's like, believe me. Just believe me, okay? Okay, so this one was Slim Thick by Jessie Monroe. It's gorgeous. It's a very gorgeous blue. This brand, like all their creams are great. And now I'm gonna move on to another small brand that it's one of my absolute favorites. This one was Jessie Monroe. My thumb is Jessie Monroe. The next one that I'm gonna pull up is Dimensional Nails, which is another one of my favorite small brands, as you guys know. Now this one's a little bit more, like a little bit darker. You can tell, right? But still, I mean, some of these are gonna pull a little bit dustier, some a little bit darker, some a little bit more purple, but still dark blue, right? So this one next is Dimensional Nails Shared Planet. Again, let me show you guys the brush. I don't know if I have the latest brush. This is not their latest brush. They have upgraded to something that's more of a paddle. This polish is older. But the formula is all fantastic, you'll see. Now you can tell this one's a little bit, maybe darker than the other one. Like more folly, maybe. And I see also a tiny bit undertone of like teal or something like that, maybe. But still a great formula. It's a little bit darker, you can see, right? So the index is Shared Planet. Beautiful. Up next, I have a polish from Loud Lacquer. Actually, I have two polishes from Loud Lacquer because they're the only people that I know of or that I own that have made a holo navy. That's amazing. So they have their denims. It's more like a denim blue, but I'm still gonna pull it up as navy. I don't care. And this one's a little bit more dusty and more purple, but it's also fantastic formula. Now, if you guys look at the Loud Lacquer brush, it's like probably one of the whitest brushes. I don't know. This one doesn't look as white. And I haven't used these polishes in a while, so things are sitting around, so I have to shake them. But yeah, let me show you. This one's denim by Loud Lacquer. How about that? It's a fantastic formula. There's so many brands out there that have like really good formulas that we don't even like know about sometimes, you know? Now this was a tiny more purple and dusty in person. This camera is like not very good. But how about the formulas, right? Like, look at that. The beauty is undeniable. And I'm gonna show you guys, this one's a holo. Even without like direct flash or sun or anything, you can still see the holo. So imagine this, like in the sun, it's amazing. This one's Loud Lacquer Terra. It's also a fantastic formula, as you'll see, but it has the holo effect. More jelly, it's still so good. This one's gonna need 2 coats because it's more of a jelly. Well, kind of like Crelly, maybe. But it's still a navy, and it is hollow. You guys, like, I don't know who else does a navy hollow. I don't know of any other. Maybe Holo Taco has something like that. So, okay, I'm gonna put them like this. Well, actually, my thumb screwed it up. Let me put the Jessie Monroe on my pinky, just so that in case you guys need to, like, take a screenshot or something, you have them all. Real quick here. So I know you guys are always asking me like for polishes to discover and things like that. And I'm like, so many. I don't know, so many of them. So I'm gonna put them like this so that you can do like a screenshot if you need to. Let me zoom out. Okay. So there you have it. Dimensional Share Planet, Loud Lacquer Denim, Loud Lacquer Terra, and Jessie Monroe Slim Thick. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, I'm gonna put these to the side and then I'm gonna pull up, let's see. First thing I need to do is remove this, and I'm gonna take this opportunity to show you guys how I do it, because this could be a mess. But also, it doesn't count because these are kind of like wet and without a top coat, but anyways. What I do is just swipes away, right? Always swipe away from the cuticle line. You don't want to be doing the circles of death, like I call them. Always swipe away, okay? All right, let me see. You guys are not gonna see staining or anything because these, you know, I just put them. I don't know if any of these stained. I don't remember. But who cares? I mean, they're so beautiful. Like, I wouldn't even care. Okay, I'm gonna put my base coat real quick, and then I'm gonna pause and read some of the questions in the question box. There's like 4 of them, so while the base coat dries a little bit, and then we're gonna go. What do you guys want to see next? I have Essie, then I have a bunch of OPIs, and then I have like a Zoya, Ellen Millen, China Glaze. So maybe I get rid of those first, and then we do all the OPIs at once. I don't know. Whatever you guys want. Let me put the base coat, and then I'll go over the question box. Quick. Like, if I don't put the base coat, I feel like I will stain my nails a lot more, or possibly, you know. Let me see. Also, Happy New Year. I know I already put that on my story, but it's like, cannot believe it's already like a week, or is it like over a week into 2023? Crazy. I have never tried Smith & Cult, so I have no thoughts. Okay, I'm gonna read the questions real quick. I am from Cuba and I live in Florida. And then do you have a top 5 or top 10 of each nail brand? I actually did a couple top 9 videos like last year, but that's always gonna be changing because new polishes come out and things change, you know. So, do I have Sapphire Princess by Colores de Caro? I don't have that one. I'm working on my nails right now. Well, cheers. Show an example of a warm blue, maybe. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I'm horrible at trying to like see if something is like warm or I don't know, or cool or whatever. Let me clean my lens because I'm pretty sure something's looking like blurry and I don't know if it's me. What the hell's going on? Oh, there it is. I was zoomed out way too much. I do like Zoya, yes. Let me see what else. Thank you so much, Liz. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the 3 Essies, just because I have just 3 of them. And then I'm gonna put them next to, I think, the Zoya, since somebody just asked me about Zoya. This one's leaning a little bit purple, but it's Sailor. And I think Sailor is one of those that's one of the main like go-tos, you know, navy colors from Zoya. So that's why I pulled it. And then there's also Air, but Air, the problem with Air is that it's way too purple. When you see it next to blues, you realize how purple it is. So we're not gonna do that. Okay. So this one's Zoya Sailor. I'm gonna put it on my pinky first, and we'll see. Oh, I have a thin brush. I don't have a, okay. I'll replace it later. But it's my pinky, so it should be okay. Look at that. Beautiful. The formula is great. Amazing. Even with the thin brush, it's like, wow. Look at that. Sailor's so pretty, bro. Like, I love it. Really, I mean, I think it's a popular Zoya, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. And then up next, I have Left on Shred from the Quick Dry Expressy thing from Essie. We all know what the brush is like. It's, you know. Ooh, and this, somebody needs to be cleaned. I'll do this after. But yeah, these brushes are slanted, supposedly supposed to be like better for application. That's not true. I think they just did it to be quirky. There's nothing easier or harder about these. Yeah, they're slanted, but so what? Like a tiny angle, you can just move it yourself. It doesn't really help anything. It's just marketing. Look at that formula. It's so good. It is so good. My goodness. This polish is beautiful. I think blues are another type of color that the brands have figured out by now, you know. I think they got it, like reds, you know. They do reds very well, and I think they do also blues very well. These types of blues anyway. So that was Left on Shred, and then up next I have Infinity Cool. Baby. This polish was limited edition. If you can get your hands on it, get it because it's fantastic. Fantastic. But yeah, they don't make it anymore. And look at that Essie brush, you guys. Man, they like overcorrected. Like they had like one of the worst brushes ever, and then they came back and said, we're gonna make one of the best brushes ever. Look at that. It's beautiful. This polish is everything. Jesus. And I know like through camera it all looks the same, but when you apply it, the feels are different. The feels are definitely feeling. And then the next one, Study Tips. This was a little bit more like grayed out or dusty or whatever. This one was a Target exclusive. So, you know. It's also hard to find. I don't like that. But look at that formula. I'm telling you. Whoever thinks that drugstore polishes are still crappy has not picked up an Essie in recent years. I can tell you that much. Okay. Hi, Abe. Yeah, blues are fantastic. Oh, okay. So anyways, I'm going to do a little quick thing. I don't even know if anybody's taking screenshots, but I know some of my people do. So this is what that was. This was Sailor, Left on Shred, Infinity Cool, and Study Tips. Fantastic. All at one coat. So there's that. And then up next, I'm going to show you guys, I have a China Glaze, which is the first Mate. And then I have a Ella Milla, which is called Blindfold Me. And I have not tried this. I have no idea if this is a good formula, a bad formula, a jelly, a I don't know what it is. So we're going to find out. I'm going to reuse some of the previous, just remove the bulk real quick. Remember, one swipe motions away from the cuticle line so that you avoid staining your skin, okay? Like, I wouldn't go get this and do like that. No, I would go away from my skin. And it doesn't really matter much because I'm going to just paint blue on top, but I don't know. Gotta clean up. Gotta clean up. On my other hand, I have it linked on my story. It's a C&D shell. Like, I think it's called Midnight Swim, but verify my story to make sure. I don't know if I missed the name. Off Tropic. Oh my god, Off Tropic is fantastic. You guys already know. If you were here when I wore it in December, you know, I was like obsessed with it. What a beautiful green color. And I had actually seen it at Target and I grabbed it and I was like, do I need this? I don't need this. I have a bunch of greens and I never grabbed it. And then I kept seeing it show up on my feed and I was like, girl, you should have grabbed it at Target. And so I ordered it at Target and picked it up like at the parking lot or whatever. So anyways. All right, let's give this a second to dry. Oh my God, I made a mess under here. I don't like to leave it because I feel like then it like stays stuck. Man. Whatever. Okay, I need to give it a second. I'm trying to like wave at people, so if I missed you, I'm sorry. Like my phone is like in a different position, so I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm trying to scroll up for a second. Infinity Cool is my favorite so far. Oh my God, it's one of my favorites too. So good. Let me see. Okay, I think I'm caught up. If not, then just drop any questions you guys might have on the question box. Okay, we'll keep going. I'm gonna pull up the Ella Mela. And this is not even like fully dry yet. I don't like to do it on top of like non-dry base coat because then it makes the polish look stringy or whatever. How long before the cuticles went back to normal before cutting? What do you mean? Like how long it took me to get them like this without cutting? I don't know. I think I've been without cutting for like before November for sure. So like it's been more than 2 months for sure, but I don't remember exactly when it was. And even before I went like no cutting at all, I actually had started to reduce. So I didn't do cold turkey because I mean, this is my swatching hand. So I need to make sure that it, you know, it's like taken care of for like pictures and content and all of that. Especially if it's something I'm submitted to a brand, I need to make sure things are taken care of. So I had to do it little by little. I couldn't do cold turkey. But on this hand, I've been doing it more cold turkey. And you can still see like it's in progress, right? This gets so bad that sometimes I do have to help because things like stick out. So, but anyways, I don't do like the whole thing like before. So anyways, what base coat do I use? Right now I'm using one that I used to swatch sometimes. This one, sticky base coat. But when I wear it, I don't use this one. When I actually wear my polishes, my manicures, I wear the one from Dimension Nails. But yes, it does look like the C&D sticky. I've never tried the C&D sticky, so I don't really know if they feel the same, but they look the same. My favorite blue to wear is actually not the dark ones. I really like the icy blues, like the very light blues. Let me see. I'm trying to go through the comments, guys. Give me 1 second. But I think this is dry by now. So I'm going to go ahead and paint, and then I'm going to go over the question box. So Ella and Mila, let me see. Blindfold me. I have no idea what this is like. We'll find out. I have never even opened it. You can see. But it looks creamy. It looks opaque. So we'll see. Yep. It's not like totally creamy. I think it has like a curly thing going on, but maybe it was just my application. Let me see. Yeah, it's definitely like a curly thing going on. It's going to be opaque at 2 coats, but it's not like fully opaque like the other creams. So I would definitely do 2 coats of this one. Okay. And then there's, oh my God, First Mate. This polish is so old. Look at the bottom. The font is still the old font. I've put thinner so many times. On my right hand, I have it saved on my story. It's a C&D shellac, I think, like I was saying earlier, I think it's called Midnight Swim, but I could be wrong, so just definitely check my story. All right, up next we have First Mate. It has a thin brush on it. It is so old, but I refuse to get rid of it. It's one of my favorite China glazes ever. Look at the formula. Even after thinner and everything, it's still bomb. Even with the thin brush, it's fantastic. The opacity on it is gorgeous. If you guys ever see this polish, most definitely pick it up. I think this is one of my favorite blues ever. Oh, so good. Okay. And then I'm gonna have to do a second coat on this one because it's definitely giving me like curly vibes. Maybe like a super opaque jelly, not gonna lie. It looked like it was a cream, but it's not. All right, let me pick up an OPI. I'm gonna pick up these two OPIs that are looking a little bit too purple, but just to get it, get them out of the way. This one is award. I don't even know how to say this word. Award. It's so hard. For best nails goes to, and this one I know is a jelly for sure. There you go. It looks very purple on camera, but it's not. But it is more of a royal blue probably than a navy. I don't think this is considered navy. But anyways, I just pulled it up because I pulled up all the blues that I found. And then isn't it Grand Avenue? It also has some like purple undertones in here. It's not all just the blue. But anyways, we're here. It's okay. And they're both like acrylics. They're not opaque in the first coat. They will be on the second. So this one in person feels more dusty. And the middle finger is way less electric in person than is showing on camera here. Let me see if I put white under, if it becomes more realistic. A little bit. But yeah, all of these except the first mate were kind of like needing two coats. So I'm going to do a second coat on this one to see how it builds up real quick. And now this one, when you put it next to the others, feels like it has like teal undertones. It's crazy when you put colors next to each other, how they pull differently. This one feels like it has teal. This one's very like plain navy blue. And then this one's giving more like royal blue or like some sort of an electric purple type of thing. It definitely doesn't look blue when you put it next to first mate. Right? Like it's pulling very purple. And this one's pulling like, I think this one's like dusty. Like a dusty blue with like purple undertones. Okay. So, Ella and Mila, what were you? Blindfold Me, China Glaze First Mate. The award for best nail goes to whatever in the middle. And then this one isn't it Grand Avenue? My favorite is the China Glaze for sure. From these two, I don't know, they're so different. Like I don't feel like they're comparable. They don't even feel like in the same neighborhood. This is like completely different. Okay. I'm gonna remove these and go on to the next set. Damn, I have so many like of these dark blues. But they're so good though. So I'm trying to reuse the little lint-free wipes. I'm trying to reuse the corners that don't have polish, right? Because otherwise you go through so many of these. Okay, and one last one to clean up. For me, the first mate is my favorite of the four, kind of like overall, because the formula was the best of the four. And the color, it really depends on the mood of the person. Like color is something that I don't really even like to like recommend things for. Like I'd rather talk about the quality and then you decide if you're in the mood for the color, because I feel like my favorite color of a bunch today will be very different from my favorite color tomorrow. Like color depends on the mood. So even when I do like my reviews on YouTube, you're gonna see that I often talk about formula, application, and quality. And even though I will say my opinion on a color, because at the end of the day, it's my video, it's my review, so it's kind of valid. And sometimes people ask me, I don't go too like hardcore into that, because it's like colors change. Like sometimes I feel like picking a favorite because there's something like sticks out, and I say my favorite of this collection was so-and-so, my least favorite was so-and-so. But it's not something that I take too seriously. The colors like what you feel like at the time. I don't know. To remove the polish, I'm using lint-free wipes from Amazon. They're linked on my Amazon store. And I'm using some concoction that I made with pure acetone and some other remover, because I'm trying to test out what to use, because I don't really have like a favorite remover right now. So I'm trying to find one. So I couldn't even tell you what I'm using to remove, but it's definitely a mix of pure acetone and some Ella Mila remover that has like oils and stuff. Okay, let me go through the questions again real quick. What thinner do I use? I have used the one from Glisten and Glow. I like that one. I have also used the one from Ella Mila, and I like that one. I think I've used those two mainly. And then I was using one for a while from the supply store, and then I realized the ingredients were shit, so I stopped using that. So right now, either Glisten and Glow and Ella Mila are the ones that I'm using. Let's see. Favorite cream polish formulas, indie and mainstream. I mean, I don't know. Some mainstreams are amazing and so are some indies. I don't really know. Like, I don't have a favorite between the two. What nail hardening base coat do you recommend? None. How long do polishes usually last? I don't really know. I don't know how long. I think I've had this one for over 10 years. Is it probably gonna last like a whole week if I do a manicure? I don't know. Maybe not because it's old. I don't know if the polish being old causes it to last less on the nail, but I mean, it works perfectly fine still, so. I got a question here about favorite base coat and top coat. My favorite top coat is from Glisten and Glow, and then if you need to pick like drugstore, lately I've been really into the SE Gel Couture line. That top coat is very good. And then base coats, I like the one that's called Garlic something something from Dimension Nails, but otherwise it would be Oily Bonder if you need from drugstore. Okay, so next 4, I have Dating a Royal from OPI. I have I Saw, You Saw, We Saw, Warsaw. Also from OPI. These are, you can see the logo's older, I think, right? Yeah. Look at the new logo. This is the new versus the old. These are old. And then I have an Infinite Shine here, which is Midnight Mantra. Actually, Midnight Mantra, you guys just saw it on my feed, so I think I'm gonna skip that one. And then I have Dual Moon Dates, Isola Nights. It doesn't feel navy, but I brought it just whatever. And then we have my favorite Gal Pal. Oh my god, some of these names, like, can you even speak? Girl, no, I can't. Okay. All right, let's go. This one is Dating a Royal. I think this one is really good. I think, from what I remember, but I could be wrong. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, no, I remember wrong. I mean, it's not that it's bad. It's just a different formulation. For what it is, it's good. It's a jelly. It's a blue jelly. Then up next, I have the I Saw, You Saw, We Saw, Warsaw with a long ass name. Okay. This one I think was kind of like, I mean, they're very, very old too, so you know. Oh, this was good. This one's giving like curly as well, like kind of jelly, kind of like opaque, you know. Gonna be finding 2 coats, but you can tell like they've improved, you know. All right, my favorite Gal Pal from the Hello Kitty collection. I think this one was a jelly as well, and I think it definitely leans more teal. Let's see. Yep, and jelly as hell too. Like, it's so funny, like these colors that have the first coat like this. At first, when I started collecting nail polish, whenever a polish would do this, I would be like, it sucks. And I wouldn't even give it like a second chance. I didn't even realize that the second coat would quote unquote build up. I didn't know what that was. So when I would see this, I was like, ah, those suck. Because I was, you know, used to like cream colors that you paint on and they look super opaque. So whenever I would see a jelly or a curly, I would be like, this crap sucks. Duomo Days, Isola Nights is the last one. So anyways, if you guys see something like this, just, you know, it's not that it sucks. It's just a different formula. It's either going to be a jelly or curly. It's going to get even on the second coat. It's going to build up nicely, you know. Don't be discouraged. But what I was expecting in my head was like, oh, all polishes are like this. You paint it on and they paint. You don't need to like do guesswork or streaky or none of that. I didn't know, you know, that different finishes existed. I just assumed they sucked and moved on. So don't be like me. You see, look at that second coat. Perfect buildup. Perfect manicure. No problem. Okay. Same is gonna happen with this. Oops, I grabbed too much. You see? Second coat. Perfection. No problem. No need to be so judgmental, Larissa. There you go. Look at that. I mean, yes, you didn't get that at the first coat, but it's perfectly fine at 2. And for your manis to last, you know, you should do 2 coats anyway, so. Same's gonna be true for this one. Look at that beautiful blue. If I had dismissed it on the first coat, you know, it's like, look at that. It's perfectly nice. And it has a squishy type of feeling, you know, squishy look. Beautiful. This one barely needs a second coat, but since we're doing it, okay? So yeah, that's a little story time for y'all. All right, for the people arriving now, the pinky has, what is this, Dating a Royal. You can definitely see some purple undertones on this. Up next is I Saw, You Saw, We Saw, Warsaw, and damn, these two are looking like dupes. Whoa, I think I discovered a dupe. My Gal Pal, and the way I don't have to say, I don't know which name is harder for me to say, if I Saw, You Saw, Warsaw, or My Gal Pal. Anyways. And then this one's Duomo Dates I Saw One Nights, which is not really like fitting into these, but I think these two are dupes. What do you guys think? Like, even in the bottle, they look like a dupe. I'm sorry, this is the same. Am I wrong? I think these are the same thing. I mean, shit, they're close enough. Look at that. Huh? Okay. So anyways, there you go if you want a snapshot or whatever. Done. I'm gonna remove this and then I'm gonna like look at the question box real quick. What are you guys up to? Tell me. Do you guys like these colors? Because I know they're like not everybody's vibe. Like I love dark colors, but I know they're not everybody's cup of tea, so. I think I stained the crap out of my nail. The underside looks so stained. Like, oh, let me see. Well, it's not that bad. It'll be okay. And I need some oil and stuff. Let me put that base coat on. All right, I'm gonna open the question box real quick. This interface kind of weird. I don't know which one's the first question. I don't know anything. How do you keep your nails thick and healthy? Okay, that's a question I can talk through. So there's something I always say that is, assuming you are in good health, right? Your nails should come out good and healthy, right? That assumes that you don't have, a bunch of medical conditions or take medications that impact your nails. The nails get unhealthy, quote unquote, because of things that we do to them, right? Water overexposure, sanitizer, soaps, cleaning agents, just physical things, like gardening and doing chores and doing things, they just get banged, right? And the nail plate is there to protect things under it, so it's supposed to like take a hit, right? So you need to wear gloves if you're doing something that's like very like labor intensive, or wear gloves whenever you're gonna have water exposure for long periods of time. There are reasons for this. I don't know if you guys want me to get into it because I could get like a little nerdy about it, but basically too much water exposure is not good for your nails. Okay, I have reasons for this. We can talk about it another time, but you need to put back, how to explain this? Okay. The oiling basically is kind of like what balances out the water overexposure. It helps keep your nails in good shape. It helps keep them flexible. It does so many things for your nails. So that's one of the main things that I do to keep my nails healthy and growing. The thickness of your nail is genetics. There's nothing you can do about it, all right? If you add a layer of base coat like I have here, it helps you protect the nail, right? And it pretends like it's giving you a little bit more thickness. Same happens when you polish, right? It does add some temporary kind of like cosmetic thickness, right? But how thick and how strong your nails are is kind of like genetics, right? Some people have them like hair. Think of your nails like your hair. Some people have thinner hair, some people have thicker hair, same thing. So to keep them healthy, I just try to not use them as tools. I oil every day. I do a nail care routine to like push, the skin here back, clip away any flyaways. I try not to pick at them. I try not to open cans with them, things like that, right? So it is very similar to your hair. People don't realize how similar your nails and your hair are. To take care of them, you basically have to just let them be, not like cut them, not do things that damage them physically, not add chemicals that make them weaker. So it's basically, I don't know if I answered your questions, but I hope I helped. Okay, I'm going through the questions again to see if I missed anything. Okay, I don't think I missed anything in the question box. But if anybody has anything else, let me know. If not, then I'll let you guys go. I hope you liked them. We went over a lot of polishes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of them. Damn, that was a lot. Let me show you. Let me show you guys everything we went over. That was a lot. Look at that. Okay, I have one more question that came in. Let me see. I don't think this UI is working. It keeps telling me there's a question, but there isn't. I think. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to like read through this thing. Oh, one nail polish removal. I already did that one. I already did all of them. I don't think there's any new questions. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. I hope you like the color of the week. I gave you a bunch of options here. So that's it. Just show me your manicures. Tag me. I'll reshare it to my story. I want to see what everybody's choosing for the week. And that's it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.